Alright, I'm here at my first dealership. Yeah, I got the trusty paint kit out. And they didn't have paint thinner. Alright, Jim, you always carry a container, white, with a lid on it that you can unscrew. You have to have your own kit, okay? You got white, red, yellow. And when I buy the paint, we pour it in here, and then it's easy to stir it. I mean, it's easy to pour it and everything. You know, just makes the job simpler. So, I'm getting these out now. You have to prep your paint at first, so get the 3 colors out. Alright. I'm going to see if my camera's okay. If I don't need to squint. I mean, to duck down. It is the right, it is the right, what am I trying? Have you said it already a couple of times for me already, a couple listeners? Halfway up the sponge, halfway up the sponge. See, I mean, it seems like there's enough there, but I go halfway up the sponge because I also, every single time, about thin it about the same way. So, halfway up like that is a way to gauge how you're going to thin it. Let's see what kind of surprise we get here. Ah! Even though you carry it like this, it's got that little, nipple. I mean, that little, you know, it's not going to break it. It's like breaking the hyme. So put your sponge in there so you can gauge how much you need. White is a lot thicker than everything, and you tend to thin it more. Red, you tend to thin it less. Yellow, it's kind of like white, but not as bad, but more than red. If that makes any sense. Then don't get sad. Alright, that's it. Alright. Now here's what you got. How to prep your paint. Okay, so that's done. Alright, now Tim, I'm going to show you just basically how I prepare the paint. You know, it comes straight out of the cans like this. No secret sauce or nothing, but right here you see, get a lot of, that fell back in there alright, but anyhow, this is, I just get as much, sometimes I cut it off, but I just bought new ones, so I'm not going to worry about cutting them. I just throw them there. Heck, it dries. I'm only going to use one here. And I'm doing some big numbers, so I'm going to bring a big, that's a 2.5 inch, 2.5 incher. But this is mucky gummy stuff. Mucky gummy yucca. Mucky gummy. Okay, got my razor in the car. World's getting smaller, isn't it cool, Tim, that I can just show you this over the internet? Isn't it awesome? I'm trying to decide right now if I'm coming out there to Georgia. It's like funds are tight, and you know, it's like, dang, what do I do? So I don't know if I want to come. I really do. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet if I got the money. And I got plenty of money for bills next month, but yeah, I only have $200. So do I forego the fun? Go for it. That seems always to be the question. So the trick, you want to cut it out like right here. But with it still being attached. You just cut out the edge of it, you know. Dull ass razor blade. But I didn't do very good. I got impatient. Fuck it. And make sure you just wipe the blade off. I keep a dirty blade on the side to catch stuff like that. I don't need this. They're out of thinner at the supply, which is weird. And I use this for Bob Staub, right? You have to remember Bob Staub. We did green, bright green there. All right, so I kind of cap off each one before I paint. So if you notice, I'm reusing that same old brush and the same sponge. Fill it up about there. See where it is on the sponge? Just kind of halfway on the sponge is the right